3 teens are dead and another is in the hospital after a horrific crash in San Jose.
Was riding in this stolen Honda Accord, racing with another car on Santa Clara Street. The Honda lost control, flew in the air and struck a tree, which mangled it. The car was split in half. The frame was bent. It looked like he was airborne. I mean, it was bad. Oscar and a 15-year-old girl died at the scene. Another boy died at the hospital. The fourth passenger, another boy, is in critical condition.
It was 10/13/2015, and it was the worst day of my life. My name is Lamir Harfouch. I go by the nickname of Emmy, and I'm 21 years old. I was born in Syria, and when I was 8 years old, we moved to Lebanon. And once we moved to Lebanon, the civil war started when I was 12 years old, so we moved to the United States. We moved to San Jose, and I started attending middle school. And a lot of people started bullying me, calling me a terrorist, making fun of how I speak, and I had to learn. When I got to high school, those same people that would make fun of me wanted to be my friend. I started becoming popular and I started wanting to fit in more and more. I started smoking weed, drinking alcohol, doing a lot of drugs and stuff like that so I could feel cool, so I could feel like I'm fitting in. So 2015, October 13, it was just a regular day, like every other day. My friend calls me, he's like, I just stole a car, why don't you come and we can hang out and we can go get some alcohol and get Xanax. I said, okay, cool. So I go, he picks me up, and then I call Oscar. He said, no, I have college tomorrow morning. I said, come on, don't be like that. You're gonna miss out on the fun. So he ended up agreeing to come with us. Then we picked up our other friend, her name is Jaylene. We took the Xanax, we were all drinking, and then we went to my mom's house to ask for cigarettes. She says, son, I feel like something's gonna happen. I feel like something's gonna happen. But she would say that every single day. It was like, nothing's gonna happen. I went in the back seat because I'm thinking on the top of my head, the worst that could happen is us getting pulled over, me going to jail for a stolen car. He starts driving, we get out of my mom's street, we get to the light, another car gets right next to us. They start revving their engine, our drivers start revving our engine, and we take off. We both racing now, it's us from the back, and our driver loses control, he hits the pedal. And I woke up in the car, everything was blurry. I didn't feel nothing. I opened my eyes and everybody around me was passed out. I thought they were passed out. And when I tried to get out, I fell over and my legs went. That was the worst pain I felt in my life. And then I started choking on my own blood and I passed out. Six months later, I wake up in the hospital. I was in a coma. I wake up, I didn't remember what happened. The doctor walks in and he's like, I'm so sorry, you got in a car accident, your friends didn't make it. I'm not acknowledging anything that he's saying because I don't understand what happened. And he's like, we had to do a lot of surgeries on you. You're not gonna be able to have kids. You're not gonna be able to play sports anymore or ride your bicycle. I was devastated, I was heartbroken because I didn't understand why he was saying I couldn't play sports. I didn't know if I was paralyzed, I couldn't move my legs. So I look at my mom and I can't speak because they had my trach in, my breathing tube. She had a pillow as my leg shape so I wouldn't go back into shock. A week after that, she went out the room to the cafeteria to get some food and I pulled the blanket out and I seen that I don't have a leg. I started ripping everything and wanted to kill myself. It was horrible. After regional, I went to Valley Medical Center. It's a rehabilitation place and I started seeing people paralyzed, people that couldn't move their arms or their legs or their necks, like in way worse condition than me. That cheered me up. Wow, I'm in a good spot. At least it's not that bad. I started being thankful. I spent 8 months at that hospital. I got discharged and then I went to high school in Sacramento. And the first day there, I met her and I seen her, I looked at her. She smiled, I smiled. We started talking and stuff, and then by the time the school year was done, I took her out on a date. Now, when she called me, she's like, hey, I'm pregnant. I started crying because I remember what the doctor told me, I wouldn't be able to have babies. So I said, let's go get married right now. I took her and I married her. When Layla was born, I was the first one to hold her. I put her in my chest. I started crying and I whispered in her ear, I said, I will always protect you. I will always be there for you in your life, and I will always love you. Best day of my life. Even when I'm in my darkest spots, when I'm sad, all she gotta do is come in the room and smile, and it makes me happy. You guys just gotta remember this one thing. Whenever it's dark, it's always gonna get bright again. Whenever it's nighttime, the morning is gonna come.